Hello, my name is EruptionFang. I'm here to tell you how the events of 11 Little Roosters unfolded, and how it should be solved. Last week, we learned that a few of our assassins weren't who they said they were. Christoph Weiss is in fact Chris Damaris, and once again, he is taken out Lord of the Rings style. Now, let's see if we can figure out who is going to be killed this week. In the beginning of the episode, when we were looking at the past agents who have died, within the pictures there are letters or numbers. When you gather all of them, and take into account the order that they were killed, you get Haywood File 26. It reads, quote, "It's a shame about the loss of Chris, but his Lord of the Rings fandom was his undoing." Again, nerd. Anyway, it seems there will be 2 organizations taken out this week. I recently consulted the Council of Ryans, a little thing we famous Ryans do every Sunday at noon. There's tea and such. It's very nice. The top grossing Ryan of the year said that his home country was definitely on the chopping block, and I'm inclined to believe him, end quote. Now the Ryan to which Ryan is referring to is Ryan Reynolds, a Canadian actor. So as of right now, Canada is on the chopping block. However, there is still a killer and another victim. Our next clue comes to us when Boomerang Jeff reveals his true self. On the wall behind Agent Moose is Jeff's secret Vegemite formula. When you take the formula that is provided and combine them, you get your next Haywood file. It reads, quote, "Did you know that we Ryans have a secret cipher for sending encoded visual messages? I'll supply it to you below. Oh, and anytime you see a 1, it's secretly a lowercase l, winky face," end quote. So we must remember what that visual message looks like for the future, as well as remembering to replace a 1 with a lowercase l. Now while Ryan is communicating with the big cock and Agent Moose, Ryan's screen keeps cutting in and out for brief moments. Within the static of his screen there are letters and numbers. When gathered, and you replace that 1 with the L, you get Haywood File 28. It reads, quote, "There's some confusion as to who the second fallen organization will be. 7 agents are dead, which will be at least 9 by the time the mole strikes this week. I've no proof that the feds won't survive, or the Germans, or any other group. Sometimes it feels like I'm writing too many of these files, like I'm just sitting around, fat and happy, using whatever code words are convenient for clues. These include, but are not limited to, 6-shooter, uniforms, and Rainbow Road. What even is happening anymore?" End quote. Now throughout that Haywood file there are plenty of bolded letters and numbers. When you gather the ones that are bolded, you get Haywood File 29. It reads, quote, "The second target seems to be the subject of one of the top grossing movies of the year, though it falls in the same universe as my famous Ryan friend," end quote. Ryan hints that his Ryan friend, Ryan Reynolds as we've learned, is not in this movie, but it is in the same universe, as well as it being one of the top grossing movies of the year. Well, in number 1 comes Finding Dory, 2, Rogue One, and 3, Captain America Civil War. Ryan Reynolds is not in that movie. However, it falls in the same Marvel universe as Deadpool, meaning the second victim is going to be America. Now, it's just a matter of finding out who the killer is. Once again from File 28, once you gather the other half of bolded letters, you get your final Haywood file. It reads, quote, "Oh yeah, and that title of that very successful movie not only hints to the victim, but the killer as well. Divided we fall," or whatever, end quote. So not only is the victim going to be America, but the killer is going to be America as well. Meaning, the Central Intelligence Agency is going to eliminate the Canadian Assassin League, as well as the Central Intelligence Agency. And that is how you were supposed to solve episode 6 of 11 Little Roosters. Be sure to tune in next week to find out who is going to be next.